Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. I want to thank you guys for tuning in for another episode of Damon Speaks. Of course, I am Angela Thomas Smith. I am the commissioner of Damon Speaks over on ONE Dynasty. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. If you would take a moment and share this broadcast across your circle of influence. I'm going to bring up my co host. Her name is Lena Blue, and I'm going to allow her to share just a little bit about herself. Hey, Lena.
Hello, everybody. Hi, Angela. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me on the show. I'm really happy to be here.
So, I want you to share a little bit about Lena. Who is Lena Blue?
Lena Blue is a culmination of experiences of starting out, this quiet, shy, introvert, Southern, you name it, starting out from a person that was totally opposite as to where I am now. Um, I'm a person that had to find their voice and seek what components comprise me. So, Linda Blue is someone that has had several journeys, and I'm thankful and grateful for all of them. A mother, a teacher, have a Christian, long Christian background that unfortunately I am no longer a part of, but I still have great love and take a lot of knowledge from my Christian background because that's a part of my journey and that's a part of who I am. So all of it is definitely applicable to my process of becoming Lena Blue. Lena Blue came about from a friend, a very close friend on this network, the comic Terror Strength, and from the Know Your Right show. He and I became friends over 2 years ago. And I would just pester him about spirituality questions and what is this and what is that? Tell me what this means. And eventually that led to him wanting to start his show and his journey. And then I got was asked to become a part of that journey and join the ONE network. And that gave me a place to find my voice and to share my thoughts. But I think it was just a curiosity that I allowed myself to have to discover who is Lena Blue, and what is the things that mean a lot to her, and she values family, men, women, children, lover of animals, and a person that is in tune and in touch with the universe. So I'm someone that's empathic. I can read emotions and feel emotions from other people. People come up to me all the time and tell me about their lives and their stories. So I'm someone that is drawn to people, love people, and want to empower people as best as I can.
Wow, you said, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, you said something. You are drawn to people. You are people. I I love people too.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so, what made you want to just really come to O&E? Because we something special over here.
What made me want to
Be a part of
be
O&E
a part of
Dynasty.
ONE? Yes. So I really liked, and I'm sorry, but I was the person behind Tara's Drift at some point, just like, well, Tara's, what is this and this and this? You should do a show on that. So I'm like in his ear all the time, harassing him, and he's so gracious and he's so great. And sometimes he would take those, it would just be in the back of his mind. But he's like, well, I know if I don't start answering questions, Lena keep harassing me. So we got, as I said, our relationship is as friends grew, and I, he would encourage me to call in on his show. And I'm a laid back person, um, and uh, and I was on my spiritual journey. So as I was on my spiritual journey, he would encourage me to call into his show, which made me had to really, not just be just a passive caller, but someone who's active on the line. And he interviewed me twice. So I kind of got into the mindset of I can call in and I can talk and I can share my perspective. So it kind of grew from there. And then, when I was approached to start a show, I said, well, I had to really sit back and think. I'm a person that sits back and I will sit back and I'll think and I'll process. And I said, okay, what is it that I want to share? What is my experience taught me that I can share with someone else? And one of the things that I have been able to experience and overcome is a quite a bit of pain around family and relationships. And that's something I can share, because I don't believe that I went through all the different trials and came out on the other side, as we say in the Christian background. You came out on the other side, but I did, and I'm stronger for it. And at the time, I just like, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Why am I going through this? But I know now that because of that pain, it inspired me to seek the truth, to seek healing, and to seek the love that I need from myself. And so I can get it for myself, the universe, and give it to the people around me. So I've had different issues. I'm a survivor of domestic violence. I'm a survivor of all kind of dysfunctional family situations, and I'm single mother. Okay, of two sons. I'm a someone had to advocate for mental illness because of my children's situation. So I can't sit here and not share that, because that's what made me want to have my show, because I can talk about this because I've been through this. So that's where it came from.
Wow. So not only can you talk about this because you've been through it, you're willing to share with other people, to help people,
Yes.
that may be going through this or that may go through this, so that they don't have to go through this. So I thank you. I thank God for Brother O, because he gives us the opportunity to be who we are,
Yes.
and to share according to our belief system and what we believe in, and helping other people to grow.
Right.
Um, you know, this network is something is different, because we all have different views on,
Yes.
but we we believe in each other. And one thing I can say is we believe in supporting our brown sisters and brothers.
Yes.
That's one thing that has truly brought us together as a network. And I truly I thank Brother O for the opportunity. I
Yes.
thank him for this platform in particular, for giving me the opportunity to be able to share you guys with the world,
Yes.
and people being able to put a face to your voice.
Yes.
So thank you for coming on and
Thank you.
sharing. I want to know, if you, what do you do outside of broadcasting?
Okay. Outside of broadcasting, my background is in computers, IT systems. I was with the same company for 20 years as a different IT roles. I've done a lot of stuff in the IT field where you've been around for 20 years. I was supporting IT before we had, back when we had AOL and dial up, and when phones came out. Like, so I was able to hone a background in IT, where I just learned, I just love technology and was able to grow in that field. My degree is from Eastern University. As I said, I have a Christian background. I was very, very serious and hardcore, about that, and outside of that, I've done a lot of singing. I have a classical background in voice, and I also have done one show. I appeared in Ragtime. So like I am, if you've heard me on the show, you know that I talked about numerology. Well, my numerology number is 3, which is a creative number. So I like to do things that are creative. I love animals. I love travel. So outside of O&E, I have IT background, music, a big family supporter. Over the years, and yeah, so and my 2 kids, so that keeps me
Wow.
busy.
Wow. IT is amazing. Especially with technology and everything that's going on now. I tell you, I can use you over here sometime with
Hey, just tap. I'm just a chat away, so
because I tell you, it seems like every time I get ready to come on here and it start getting good and I have an amazing guest on, one computer want to mess up. But I thank God
uh,
I'm able to have 2 computers and I'm able to maneuver, and I thank God for people being patient and people understanding that things happen.
oh
That's
yes,
the most important thing. But
absolutely.
you mentioned something earlier that I wanted you to really talk about,
Okay.
because I know with nowadays, and especially the time that we're living in now, people are looking for truth.
Yes.
and people are looking for, you know, where they belong, and where they fit in, and where they can find themselves. And a lot of people are looking for their truth in religion,
Yes.
or whatever that may be, their spiritual walk may be. And I heard you mention that your background was Christianity, but now you just, what do you follow now?
Well, right now I'm on a spiritual journey. I would say that I'm going in the track of being a metahuman. You know, someone a human that's trying to evolve to, you know, like we it make a little hokey, you know, a little bit, you know, spiritual, but you know, I understand. Like I, for the longest time, all right. So starting from the Christian perspective, I said, if I'm good, God is going to bless me. And he did. He honestly, truly did. But he did not allow me to escape from suffering. So I had to overcome my suffering. And I just wasn't getting the input that I needed to overcome it. As a matter of fact, I felt as though I was drowning. And part of it was because I was tuned out of who I was. I wasn't listening to who I was, empowered to listen to who I was. I wasn't, my dysfunctional family, it all set me, it's all, you know, it's all so interconnected, you know, like the family you in, the spiritual experience, if you're a Christian or whatever it is, some of it, a lot, we come into the existence and we have to overcome our challenges. So at this point, I would say I'm in the process. I've overcome a lot of my challenges, and they're still, you know, because this, you know, you're not going to get out of here without being constantly challenged. So I am someone who has overcome challenges, still overcoming and dealing with who I am and what makes me me. So as I said, you know, sometimes I'm empathic. I have intuition or empathic, and I feel things, and I'm like, okay, well, why am I acting this way? Why do I feel this way? Because I picked up on some energy, so I need to deal with that and get back to who I am. And one of the last things I want to say is being free to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like giving myself permission to acknowledge and feel and trust myself that I know how to deal with that. You know, like I know how to deal with those energies or different challenges, and just to reset. It's because I have to come back to me. I have to go inward in my spirit and understand, like, what is God telling me to do today? How, you know, how can I trust him in this situation? He does, you know, there's no disconnection from God. There's even a stronger connection to God now, because I don't have to hear, okay, you have to wear a long skirt, you can't wear makeup, you can't do this. All that is gone. All that is gone. So now it's just me and him, and we cool. It's like that's where I want to be. So anytime I'm able to get to that place where I can feel him reigning in me, that's all I need. I'm good. I'm good at that moment, because in that moment, all we have is that moment. We don't have the past. We can't control the future. We have this moment right here. So as I'm speaking to you right now, I'm only speaking to you, and I'm focused on what I'm doing right now, and I'm in this moment.
Wow, that's amazing. Like, as you was talking, and you were sharing, as you was talking and sharing, and you were saying, you were saying, I'm sorry, brother O, I'm doing an interview, brother O. I'm gonna call you back. I'm sorry, brother O, I had to hang up on you, but I'm doing an interview with Lena Blue, and I apologize, Lena. I
No
apologize
problem.
for that. But you touched on some stuff just then, because I'm telling you, like, feelings, and like, I be feeling like, oh wait, I be feeling like, I can't even explain it, but like what you just explained is like how I've been feeling for a couple of months now. And I've been telling my best friend, we've been talking about some things. You know, my background is a very religious person. But I've not limited myself to one religion because I grew up in a Methodist church. I joined the Baptist church,
Yeah.
and when I was old enough to, when I went off to college, I attended to whatever church was in the area, and then I started attending a non-denominational church. I don't been under all types of
Okay.
religion. I had to get a relationship,
Yes.
and once I got a relationship, then I was able to see a lot of stuff, and I was able to accept a lot of people's religion, even if it's not my belief,
Right.
because I've learned that at the end of the day, there's one God. And all these years that I've sit under pastors and went to different ministers, all of them have always told me, the one thing I can say that all of them have always told me is for me to have a relationship with God myself.
Right.
Because the things that they were doing and what we were coming to them for, that they can go to God for. We could go to God for them, for ourselves. You
Yes.
know, and that was the one thing that all of them have taught me. And on this journey, I'm reminded of that. You know, I'm learning a lot of stuff on this journey, and a lot of stuff it don't go with a lot of stuff that I've been taught.
Yes.
But that's with growth and a lot of things. So I thank you, and I want you to share with those that are tuned in and those that will hear this replay, um, what they're gonna get when they tune into your show. You know,
Okay.
what can they look forward to getting out of your show?
You can look forward to me sincerely trying to empower you and help you to evolve. You know, of course, the always the choice is yours. And what's interesting is that it doesn't really matter what religious background you have, because if you're in that any type of religion, you're trying to be the best that you can. So that mindset translates to my show. So you have to weed through some of the stuff, but the point is you're going to find out who you are. You're going to find out what resonates with you, and figuring out what you care about, what you stand for, and find your voice. We're going to talk about, as I said, domestic violence. During the domestic violence month, we're going to talk about um, mental illness. We're going to have a show about that. I can't wait for those two shows. We're going to talk about the some of the I don't want to give it all away, but we're going to talk about some of the dirty little truths, the dirty little secrets that we have. You know, when we say we have a dysfunctional family, okay, let's get a little bit further into that. What's dysfunctional about it?
That's it.
Okay, and then we're going to talk about our mothers. And I'm a mother, and I'm a mother. I had to be mother and father to my kids, even though I'm not equipped to do that. I still had to, someone had to teach them how to tie and drive and all that stuff. So, you know, I'm going to bring all that to my show in a platform that hopefully will speak to men as well as women. We're going to learn about that. We're going to learn about meditation, how you can connect to your inner self, how you can hear your own voice. Because a lot of times, all the stuff we're doing is distracting us from hearing our own voices. So you're going to learn how to meditate, how to start that process. And then we're going to go on from there. So there's many, many topics that we're going to talk about. We're going to deal with the mind as well. We're going to deal with the mind. This is where it all
That's where it all started.
It all started here. What messages have you heard that you need to unlearn?
That's it.
Okay, so we're going to deal with that too. So I got a lot in store. I got a lot, you know. My as I said, my degree is in management of information systems. So management, we got it here. You know,
like Brother O really don't know what he's doing. Like I mean, he know what he's doing, but he really don't realize what the big impact that he's making, because he's really making a big impact. Because you don't know this about me. I don't know how much you followed me, if you tune into any of my shows, but I don't know how much you know about me. But I'm a domestic violence survivor. I'm a 6-year survivor. I was shot point blank range with a shotgun. I battle mental illness. I have a book out about suicide. Me and 19 other individuals share our journey with suicide attempts. Yes. I attempted so many times, I lost count. I stopped counting. It ain't that I lost count. I stopped counting.
Yes.
You know, and there's other people out there that had that same struggle. You
Right.
know, your show is very needed. And you touched on some things that I've been talking about, even talked about this morning on my other network, because I'm a part of another network. I host a show every Sunday from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. And actually, I'm getting ready for a conference at 6 o'clock tonight.
I
Um,
saw that. I'm going into that one.
and the young lady that's going to be speaking tonight, she has a message, and that's what her message is really talking about. She talked about the mind and the mindset. It's all about the mindset and
Yes.
shifting your mindset.
Yes.
Renew, reset, and restore.
Yes.
Shifting your mindset for 2021. That's the 3 R's for shifting your mindset for 2021. Tonight at 6 p.m. God dropped that in my spirit in one day. I completed that task in one day, booked everybody. Hooney's gonna be singing. He's gonna be dropping his musical talent on. Oh yeah,
I
it's
saw that.
everybody. I got a
That's
young lady.
fantastic.
I got a young lady that's gonna be coming on. That's why I say it ain't about religion with us.
Yeah.
It's about that connection in that in your journey with God. Because
Yes.
I got a young lady on here. She's a master Reiki. Um
Oh.
yeah, she's closing out. Right before my keynote speaker come on, she's gonna be speaking.
Oh
Um,
wow.
oh yeah. When I tell you I want people to be healed, set free, and know who they are, I
Yes.
want it. I don't care how you get there, because at the end of the day, the one that created us made all this possible.
Yes.
And he said he created all things, and he created all things good. So at the end of the day, everything in this earth can work for his good if we line up with his word according to our life.
Right.
And we are the only one in him knows our life. Because when he created each one of us, he destroyed the mold. There's no one else like us.
That's right.
No one else like us. No one can tell you who you are. Only you know that in the creator.
Yes. No one
So
can tell you that.
I thank you for your show. I definitely am gonna be tuning in. Um, and also, I don't know if you know, I have a magazine. I also have a magazine, and the reason I created my magazine was to give people an opportunity to share on topics that people don't want to talk about. People
Right.
don't like to talk about domestic violence in the brown community. They don't like to talk about molestation. They don't like to talk about incest. They don't like to talk
See?
about things that have hurted us,
Right.
things that hurt people hurt.
Yes.
And until we heal, that trauma's gonna be there.
Yes. And it's going to continue with the next generation.
We can't keep being the wheel just running, just keep going and just keep going and keep going. When are we gonna break that cycle?
And when you say break, it does mean it means that you have to break away from those things and start a different path and start a new path to heal. You can't both be in the situation and trying to heal at the same time. And I think we have to get that. We have to get that because, you know, I have family that have attempted suicide. So I know the tremendous pain that a person is in when they could contemplate that. So you have to deal with it. You can't say, oh, they just, don't talk to them, or you can't just sweep it under the rug. It's time not for sweeping it under the rug. It's time to deal with our stuff. And we need to call a thing a thing. And that's what my show is about. And I so appreciate your magazine, the seminar you're going to have tonight. I'm going to be on that. I'm going to be listening in, and I totally support what you're doing. And I'm glad that I met you, because I can see now that, we are on similar missions. We want people to heal. So my heart, I feel that in my heart about you. So I'm just so happy to have met you.
Amen. Amen. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, because that's truly, I just want people to know that they have purpose. I host a show too. Walk in Purpose is the name of my show, because according to Jeremiah 29:11, the word say that he had a plan for us, to
Yes.
prosper us, for us to be in good health, for us to have hope in the future.
Yes.
A future. And people got to know who they are
Yes.
in order to walk in it. So,
Yes.
hey,
You have
it
you
is
have to
what it
have a
is.
moment.
When is your show on? So that,
my next
mhm.
show, my show is on the fourth Wednesday of the month. Um, so every fourth Wednesday is my show at 9:30 p.m. and it's called Awakening the Goddess with Lena Blue, and I'm Lena Blue.
So you'll be on this Wednesday, the 30th.
I was just on the past one, so my next show will be.
So you'll be back on the 20th,
It should be
January 20th,
27th.
the 27th.
Yes, that's the fourth.
1,
Yep.
2, 4. No, the 20th. You was on last week.
Yeah, I was on last week.
So this week gonna be the 30th. So 1, 2, 3, 4. The 20th. You'll be back on the 20th.
Okay.
Cause I'll be on the 13th.
Okay.
I come on the week before you.
Okay.
I think, yeah. I come on the week before you.
Okay. Well, I look forward to it. I look forward to tonight. I'm excited to hear about this. You know, I just did the show on Reiki with the master Reiki teacher. So I'm so excited to hear about this and how people can restore, you know, because, you know, you get broken down at times. We all go through moments there, we have to like, not say, and we say in church all the time, how are you? I'm blessed and highly favored. Walking with the Lord, like we say that, but we don't, we don't always mean that. We may have just caught hell before we got to church. How many of us catch hell on the way? Oh, I used to get hot with that one. I'm like, do not mess with me when I'm on my way to do the thing that I need to do for me. So yeah, so we have to start calling a thing, and getting freed from in a way, it's almost like a spiritual bondage. When you think about, okay, my mother's situation or my father's situation or whatever it is, those things can inhibit you and make and not discourage you from even acknowledging how you feel or trying to get free. So we just got to get free.
Just got to get free.
Yep.
So where do you see yourself in 5 years as a broadcaster? Do you see yourself doing this?
In 5 years, I think I will have grown a lot more as a broadcaster. And I think the branches are going to get deeper. Like I think broadcasting is going to be one of the platforms. I think it's going to branch out to me being an energy healer, someone that can help people to help in their situations. So that's one of the things that I feel like I'm called to do, because I'm very serious about helping people and aiding people and empowering them. So I think I see myself growing as a broadcaster and and using that as a means to help people, to truly help people and get involved.
Wow. Wow. I want to hear some more about, because you mentioned numerology.
Yes.
So I know a lot of Christian people don't like to talk about numerology, but I want to hear about numerology because I'm not the typical Christian person.
I can see that. But so numerology is, as you know, is a study of numbers, and numbers have meanings. So like if I was to do your numbers, I could tell you a lot about yourself, and you'd be like, Lena, get up out my business. Who told you all this? So I'm a 3. As I said, that means I'm creative. It means that I'd be someone that'd be good in singing, music, arts, theater. I could, be someone that dances if that's what my talent was, but it's not.
Wow.
So numerology gives you an insight into the person. So I don't know if you call, a couple months ago, Terrace had a show with Lord Strayhorn, and he called in. If you called into his show and told him what your birth date was, boom, he would tell you. He would do the math really quickly and tell you what your number is. So
I don't remember if I called in, but I remember that show. I don't know if I got. I don't know. I think Sharice Lee called in.
Mm-hmm.
I
And
don't
Sister
remember
Bessie.
if I got. I don't remember if I got to do it or not. But I wanted to ask you to do my number because I
Oh
want to.
yeah. Yeah.
Because I do have a question too. Because I wanted like a number kept popping up, and I wanted to know what was the significance of this number in my family. Like literally, like the number 13 kept popping up in my family. Like
I,
3 people died in my family on that day.
so why?
Like it's
So
like
when you say that, okay, so 13, I believe, is karmic debt. It's a number of karmic debt. So that means there are certain numbers that when you have them in your profile, like when, say if I did your numbers, I would tell you what your life path number is. I would tell you what your name number is. I would tell you. So the number that means the most important to a person is the first name. So Angela. So Angela tells me, if I did your numbers and looked at Angela, that would give me a great insight as to who you are. That number plus knowing about your birth date. So there's significant numbers in all of that. So if there's like a 13 or 14, 15, I think a 19 too. These are karmic debt numbers. These are numbers that you have come back in this existence, and you have to pay something back. Like for example, someone who has the karmic debt of I think 14, they have been irresponsible in a previous life, and so when they're coming back into this life, they need to be more responsible. So I think that's one of the karmic debts that I had in my numbers. And, it's pretty funny because
like you got me wanting to know, like, because my mama passed away on
yeah,
April 13th.
April
And
13th.
then April 13th, 1991. And then my dad passed away May 13th, 2019. My brother passed away 12, 13, 20.
Right. So 13 is a significant number. Yeah. I can do I can work up some numbers and send you some stuff because I'm not that far advanced. I can give you right now, but I can definitely give you those.
Like
You can definitely look at
I
those
wasn't even
numbers.
paying attention to it.
Yeah.
My sister brought it to
Yeah.
my attention. Like my
Yeah.
sister, like that was the first thing. Like I posted it on Facebook. I didn't even pay attention to it.
Yeah.
Nobody else paid attention to it. And my sister
No.
brought
When
it to
we
my
see these numbers in sequence, it absolutely means something. So you're asking the right question. You're asking the right question, and I will look for that answer and send it to you on the messenger. But I was going to say your life path number will tell you. It'll tell you all the good things about you, the things you need to work on, and all that, and like where your area of strength is. And for someone who doesn't know, like say for example, my son is 23 and he's life path number 4. So we were like, okay, not only is a life path number 4, he's a master 4. So when you think of 4, like we talked about, I think on my show, I said President Trump is a life path 4, but he's not a master number. But master number, like 4s are builders. They can build things. He builds, Trump builds real estate, golf courses, hotels. He's a builder. He is in line with his life path purpose. But they can also be destructive. So if you look at Trump, he did a lot to impact our country, and not always in a negative way. When he implemented the immigrant laws and allow people to return from overseas, and wouldn't allow families to come back together, wouldn't allow when he stopped people at the border, and families were separated from their children. So these are also some of the things that can be in line with a 4. They can be great builders, and they can also be great destroyers of things that they build. Just for example, those numbers are significant. So, and we don't even know, you don't even have to know that or believe in numerology. I can still tell you your business.
exactly.
Like if I had the numbers, that's what they do. I gave my son a reading. He said, "Mom, why are you coming at me?" Yeah.
Wow.
So it's just knowledge that we can have, so we know how to deal with the person. Like for example, if I did your numbers and it said that you were 2, I would know that you're a little bit more sensitive. I need to handle you a little bit more sensitively. But if you're a 4, I can say what I want to because they don't care. So it gives you just a little bit of an idea on how to approach and
Wow.
talk with a person and how you can connect with them.
Wow. I mean, that's amazing. I mean, that's really amazing. Like, people need to tune into your show and
Thank
really get some insight because, you know, a lot of things I truly believe. I follow this lady and she's a minister, but I follow her because, and I've been following her for years and I can see how she's involved. Like, she'll tell you in a heartbeat. She say, if you are a Bible thumper, you might not want to listen to that.
Yeah.
Because when I tell you, and I listen to a lot of people, so I have a lot of I'm not, I don't know because I listen to people and I'm the type of person I hear from God, so I got that connection. So
Yes.
if I want to pick this up and apply this to my life, then I'll pick it up and apply it to my life. If not, then I keep it pushing.
Yes.
You know, that's the where I am in my life right now.
Right.
I don't know where I'm gonna be at 5 years from now,
So
but right now that's where I
you're
am.
discerning. You're discerning. Like, okay, this for me or this is not. And that sounds like to me you're very self-aware. You're someone that is likes to have that knowledge. I don't know what your number is, but I'm feeling like you have a thirst for knowledge and you're discerning of that knowledge. So that's very interesting. It's very, very cool.
But yeah, I'm on a journey, and I'm on a journey to not only for myself but for other people, because I don't want people to have to go down the roads that I went down in my life.
Absolutely.
So I truly thank Brother O for this opportunity to let me be a part of this network and to be able to do shows like this because now people can see, you know, they can hear you across my platform. With traditional people that like to follow me, they always thinking they finna come on and get the traditional Christian stuff, and then they get the truth. I like it.
Sometimes it's not the same thing, but like the truth is truth. And even when I was a Christian, I wanted the truth. I wanted to really believe. I was what do you say, purist or whatever. I want to know the truth. And I love when we had certain ministers will come in and really start talking to us. We need that talk. We need the truth given and told to us, and we need to let, these resources inspire us to be about the truth.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
That's it.
So how can people follow you? How can they follow you?
So you can follow me on my Awakening the Goddess group on Facebook. It's Awakening Goddess with Lena Blue. Also, all my social media is on my website at Awakening the Goddess Show.squarespace.com. You'll find my Twitter, Instagram, and and pretty soon we'll be doing some lives. So it's going to get even more interesting.
Wow. Well, I want to thank you for allowing me to share you today. I definitely enjoyed speaking with you on today.
Yes, I did too.
I definitely enjoyed this. So we will look forward to seeing you on the 20th at 9:30 p.m.
Yes.
on Blog Talk Radio. So y'all please follow her on Facebook and on Instagram if you can. And make sure you tune in to her show. She's live. You can call in, chat with her. Make sure you press 1. Who knows? You may can get your numbers read. But I'm excited. I definitely want to connect with you. I'm definitely going to be following you. I think we are friends, but I'm definitely going to be following you because I always want to learn and I always want to see how I can apply something to my life. Anything that's going to help me to be the best person that I can be, that's what I want. Yes. And those people that are connected to me, that's what I want for them too. I just want them to be the best you that they can be.
Exactly. And thank you so much for having me on. I feel so grateful that, I know this is take 2, but I love take 2 even better than take 1. And I got a chance to talk and smile and just see your face. And that just gives me so much energy that I love and that I'm receiving from you. So I thank you. I thank you. And I'm so glad to be a part of this network.
And I'm glad to have you. I definitely am. So thank you. You have a great rest of your start to your week because today is, of course, Sunday. Yes. And this is the start of the week.
Yes, it is.
Have a great rest of your week. Enjoy your evening and hope to see you tonight at the conference.
All right.
All right. Thank you. So you guys have been tuned in to another episode of Damon Speaks with Lena Blue. If you've not checked her out, make sure you check her out on January the 30th, 9:30 p.m. on Ngozi Time. If you go over to Blog Talk Radio, search Ngozi Time, you will definitely be able to find her. She is Lena Blue, and her show is The Goddess, Awakening the Goddess. So check her out. Again, I am Commissioner Angela Thomas Smith, the host of Walk in Purpose. I tell you, I have truly enjoyed this. So you guys have a great rest of your day.